Your kids have to see you live the legacy.
That's
Don't
right.
just
Oh yeah,
speak
you
it.
better. Now
You gotta live the legacy.
He's in Chicago, so I ended up selling drugs. And I was paying the bills. I was taking care of.
So I know I'm excited. I know parents are excited. They're sitting
Are
here
you
listening.
sure that you heard me when I was talking to you, Lord? Because in order for me to be able
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome, welcome. What you laughing? Why you laughing? You
You
just
know, I'm always
laughing.
laughing.
You just laughing.
I'm just a happy person.
Girl, let me tell you though, for real, I am too. I'm normally laughing, but this morning I kind of got knocked off my square this morning when I was trying to get. But before that, let me say this. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another segment of Early Morning Coffee with Marvina and Abia, where we give a voice to the voiceless and we let you say what is on your mind. Good morning, everybody. All that's watching, all that is giving out that love this morning. Well, first of all, okay, let back to what I was saying. You know, look at that. I'm using a special K cup. I
Circle K, Circle
a
K.
circle K or whatever the K is. It's a circle K. Well, you know, I've been using that what's in the bag cup for so long that it's like it drives me crazy that I cannot find it. I cannot find my I'm saying to myself, where did I get? But then I did. I kind of got knocked off my square this morning because I ran downstairs trying to find it and can't find it. But then, you know what? This got to be the Holy Spirit. Let me tell you what the Holy Spirit said to me this morning. He done messed around and
What is
gave me a machine. He done gave me a cup machine, a machine press machine. He done messed around and blessed me with a machine to make my own cup. Yeah, you right, you right. So now I
That's
can
it.
make my
That's
own cups.
it.
I ain't even got to worry about it. So y'all gonna see, with a mind like mine, I'm gonna be making all kinds of stuff. This is not gonna happen again. I'm telling you, I gotta find my cup. Well, let me
Yes,
tell
it's
y'all,
time for single cups.
it is. So I can make them though. That's the thing. Now I can make them.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
can make our own, man. And what I got in my cup, of course, that's what I did. Of course, I got that McDonald brand coffee that but it came from Walmart or Kroger's. I'm sorry, and
Mm-hmm. Okay.
got the sugar-free hazelnut coffee. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
creamer and some equal. I'm almost done in the name of Jesus. I'm almost done. You hear me? I am. On Monday will be the 28th. And
So
I am, and you
what's
know
your
what?
mad dash for sugar going to be? Gummy bears?
Yes, yes, yes. I'm gonna get my gummy bears. You hear what I say? I'm gonna get. And the good part about it is the 31st is Halloween, and I'm fin and baby, that's I love it. Well, let
Right,
me
right
introduce
there at
my
it.
BFF. I'll sit here and talk to y'all the other. Hey, Yvonne. Good morning, girl. Good morning.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. So first and foremost, I am drinking this morning. I can't find my mug either, so it is what it is. But I am drinking some essential brand coffee. With like I said, I am the mixologist of the creamers these days. So I have some
Right.
peppermint mocha creamer with a little bit of hazelnut, and it's actually delicious. And what you asked me what I was laughing about. What was I laughing about? So something came to my mind that just hit me, and I just bust out laughing. My niece, she just turned 7. One of my nieces, and my great nieces, let me say that. And she said to me, I said, "Happy birthday to you." And then so she said, "How old are you?" And I said, "Add 50 to your 7." And I said, "I'm 57." And she said, "Oh wow, why are you so old?" So I just bust out laughing.
You know, kids say the darndest things anyway.
And I said, "I'm 57 years young." She said, "Mm-mm, mm-mm." they say some, they say some things, but it just hit me, and I bust out laughing because I was looking at some of the segments and things that we've done over the past couple of years. So that's what made me just bust out laughing this morning. So yeah, so
Yeah,
yes,
well,
ma'am. So I'm happy, jolly happy,
happy, happy.
57 old.
Yes. Well, we can get us some more. I was thinking, I said, well, we got these. I got a cup that said I was 52, and I'm past that already.
Hmm.
So, we on a new chapter, so it's time for some new things anyway. So, I would like to have my cup back though, because it is a memento of when I did turn 52.
I mean,
But
yeah,
uh,
hold on to it. So I
yeah,
said,
I
yeah,
don't
just
even know what
hold
I
on
did
to
with it.
it.
Yeah, I don't know what I
Yeah,
did with it. Shoot. Well,
it'll come back to
if
you.
I could fit, yeah, it comes back. Yeah, like my earbuds, everything. It just comes right back to you, don't it? Yes, yes,
Right.
ma'am. We gonna make sure I see you. And it's normally do that. Okay, so
Yeah.
yeah, it normally do that. So let me go ahead on. I'm sorry, I was answering a question right quick. I apologize. Well, today we are honored and privileged to have um our guests on today, both of them. But right now we are just so honored because we're in the midst of having our first event with the film fest. And
Hmm.
I am so excited. I am so excited. I'm a little frightened. I'm a little scared. Don't get me wrong, because it's something you don't know anything about. You kind of like you want to get in there and everything need to be perfect and all those type of things. But we actually having to be a part of a great annual film fest in East Point. Yeah, I am so actually honored and grateful.
Yes.
But what's so good about it is we get to do the interviews. We get to speak to the important people.
Right.
The important people. I'm excited about that. So, so this first guest that we're great that's coming on, of course, he's a well-known director to a lot of movies out here. But today our guest is Mark Harris. He's gonna be with us. He's a dynamic filmmaker and he's a storyteller. Oh my God, that means
That's right.
that right there in itself. He's a storyteller because basically his stories are basically pivots off of black film, black people's normally, and I love to hear a lot of things that he's doing because I've been reading up on him. He don't know we be in the background reading up on this stuff. So
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
and I'm excited because on this first interview we get to actually talk to him and get to know a little more about him and
That's
what he's
right.
doing at this film fest because he's a premiere. He's a premiere at this film fest, and we get a chance at West of the Bag to be part of that. I love it.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. So we're after we have this short commercial, we're gonna bring that guest on. I want y'all to give him a warm welcome, tell some love, share some love with him because guess what? He's getting ready to share some great things. So, and this is gonna happen on the foot at the film fest. So, and we're gonna talk to one of the and I'm sorry, she's the head lead of one of the stories that he has. It's a movie he got coming on. So just after this, we'll go ahead on and bring this on. Hello, hello. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Look at him.
Good morning. How
Good
y'all
morning,
doing?
sir. Good morning. God is good. That's what it is. That's we're doing good. And how are you?
Yes.
I'm doing amazing. Thank you all for having me. I truly appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you
yes.
for being here.
Yes, we're honored. A lot of people don't know that the people in the back, they don't get a whiff of the people in the background who creates this stuff that happens in the movies.
That's
So
right.
we get a chance to be able to highlight the director of these movies, the storyteller, and all the, things that you got going on. And what I'm excited about it is because that's what What's in the Bag is for. We're here to give out the information, especially to the people like
Mm-hmm.
you, and I'm excited about that. So before we get started, I need to ask you. I know you got a cup over there because we discussed that this morning. Can you tell us what you got in your cup, Mark?
Just some orange juice.
Some OJ.
freshly squeezed, some
You
freshly
know,
squeezed OJ.
yeah,
Yeah, I know he's into his health. Because yesterday he was at the gym. We did our conduct our meetings at the gym, so we know you healthy. Ain't nobody getting no coffee up in there, huh?
I just got off coffee maybe like a year ago. I was on coffee but for about 30 years. And so I decided to get off
Wow.
coffee and go ahead in over a year.
Well, that's
Yeah.
good.
Woo, I don't know if I can
That's
survive.
really good. I don't know. It runs in
that
our
is really
family.
good though.
Yeah, that is real good. That
Yeah.
runs in our family. My family like coffee, especially on my dad's side. They drink coffee. Yeah, they were coffee drinkers. But my father stopped. He's a Muslim, so he don't drink coffee too much no more. Anyway, I'm just thinking about it. But anyway, Mark. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead on, and I got some interesting information about you. And I was so excited to be able to, like I said, interview you. And we have a couple of beautiful questions I would love to ask you. And, if you just go ahead on and talk to the followers and make sure let them know exactly what's on your heart. But one of the questions I said, what challenges have you faced in producing or distributing your industry? Because right now, before that, I'm gonna ask you this: can you kind of explain to our followers, you know uh what type of business that you have and what you're doing as far as being a producer?
Yeah, so what we like a one-stop shop. So what we do is we do production, we do distribution now. We just got in a distribution a gang, which is we distribute our films under a Marquez company. We produce our films under a Marquez company, and also at 1555 Filmworks, depending on the budget of the film, and also we do our own marketing under Black Films Rock, and we're also creating our own fast channel, which is a advertisement video on demand channel, like a Tubi, and
Hmm.
so
Wow. Yes.
so we're in the process of creating that channel, which is Black Films Rock, where we take our content directly to the consumer, where they can watch for free. And it's only thing they have to do is subscribe and watch the content for free. And we just picked up
Wow.
over like 35 shows, which is we got movies from Nigeria,
Wow.
we have movies from Canada, and also America as well, in the Caribbean.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so
Wow.
that's what we're doing.
Oh
We're
my
doing
goodness.
Wow.
So
Uh,
a lot of independent films and things out there.
it's a lot.
Question.
Yeah.
Yes, a question that I have for you is what inspired you? Because I was reading your bio and I see that, and I've seen a
mm,
couple of your movies. I'll be honest with you, I've seen a couple of your movies. One of my favorite ones is the one what is it? It's on the
Black
tip of
coffee.
my tongue.
Black coffee.
No, not
You know black coffee? That's always the person statement. Black coffee.
not
I'm
with
gonna
her.
tell you,
It's always a little off different from everybody else. Go ahead.
my daughter got me. She and I we watched Like Us to Eve, and this was like last year.
Oh, let us make Eve.
I
Yeah.
want to say. Yeah, Let Us Make Eve.
Yeah.
OMG. I'm going to tell anybody out there. I think it's a
Get
great
it.
movie.
Yes. Yeah.
It
Yeah.
is, I'm going to tell you, friendships, relationships how bonds change, times change, and everything. I think it's a I think it's a great movie. I tell anybody to watch it. It
Thank you.
really really is. What got you put you into a position to focus on stories about the African American experience and the overall
Yeah.
community? Because I see that in both of the movies that I've seen, I see that you really focus on that.
Yeah, well, I grew up on the city of Chicago, and the community is called the Inglewood community, which is
Mhm.
community Derrick Rose is from, Jennifer Hudson is from, and also
Hmm.
like Bernie Mac, Lorraine Hansberry, wrote A Raisin in the Sun, Sam Greenlee,
Hmm.
who did The Spook That Sat by the Door. They all have the Inglewood roots. And so that would, I never, growing up, I never wanted to make movies, but I always had a love for movies. And I was a great
Hmm.
fan of John Hughes, and he did Breakfast Club and 16 Candles.
Right.
He's from Chicago, so I used to watch his movies a lot. And then Spike Lee came on the scene, and this was like in the '90s, the late '80s, '90s. But I always had a love for movies, and I always had a great imagination. But I never knew I wanted to make movies. And it's interesting is because I wanted to play. I played football in high school and also some football in college, and I wrestled. And I wanted to be an athlete.
Huh.
And then one of my English teachers told me, he used to do like the palm reading. This
Mhm.
older white
Uh-huh.
guy. So he was like,
Mhm.
I didn't take it seriously at all. But he told me, he was like, I said, just read my palm. So he was doing it for the classroom. He said, well, he said, what do you want to do? I said, well, I want to play in the NFL. He's like, that's not going to happen. He said, you want to be a writer. And I never thought about it.
Wow.
And then I
Wow.
was, one day I was looking through my brother's room, rambling through my brother's room, and I discovered like his book of poetry. And I started reading his poetry, and I'm like, man, he can write. My brother's a writer as well, and I was like,
Wow.
I was like, he can write. And then so I was like, let me just try this. So I started writing poetry, and throughout college I was writing poetry, and I wrote a play, and they published the play at my college. Was at the University of Wisconsin River Falls, but I never knew I wanted to make movies. And so
Wow.
in '97, I decided, you know what? Let me just try. I was watching the movies, like reading a lot of screenplays. I said, let me just try to write some screenplays. So I just started writing, teaching myself how to write screenplays. And then in 2002, I sold my first screenplay called Zombies in the Hood, which is a comedy. But I sold that
Wow.
screenplay for $1 to a great mentor of mine,
Wow.
great brother of mine. His name is Martin Jones, who's actually an executive over at the Austin Film Society. And uh,
Hmm.
and um, so at that time he was with Tim Reed's studio, which
Mm.
was like only this is before not Spike Lee, before Tyler Perry started his studio. Tim Reed had a
Hmm.
studio in Virginia, and Mark Jones was the executive over that studio. And I would pitch Martin Jones all the time, and I pitched him Zombies in the Hood, and he read it.
Mm.
And maybe like 6 months later, he reaches out to me. He was like, "Man, this is a funny screenplay." He's like, "I want you to write something for me." So he hired me to write this movie called Nothing to Lose Two, which is starring Brian Hicks from Three Strikes. And then
Wow.
Uh-huh.
so around 2005, 2006, I was working with Barry Bowles, and who was another mentor of mine. And I always thank him because I was writing a lot of screenplays for him, but that was teaching me and I was sharpening my skills as a writer. And he told me once, he said, okay, I need you to write this one screen. About this time, I wrote about 5 or 6 screenplays for him, and nothing was produced. And we said,
Mm.
well,
Wow.
if you write this screenplay for me, this is going to be my next one that I'm going to do. I'm like, okay, I'm going to write this one for free. And everything was done for free. It was spec. I said, I'm going to
Wow.
do this for you. I said, but you have to keep your word that you're going to do. This is going to be your next one that you're going to produce. He told, I give you my word. And then I come to find out that wasn't the next one. So I called him. I was like, yo, man, I don't want to use the word that I told him. I was like, oh. So, he was like, yo, I got to do what's, and this is a lesson. Everything was a lesson for me. He said, I have to do
Right.
what is for my company. I said, okay.
Mm.
And so that was inspiration. And I told myself after getting off that call, you know what? If I want to see my projects, may I have to do it myself. So that same week, I started to put some money together to produce my first film called Why Do Men Cheat that never came out.
Never came out.
I
Wow.
spent $500, and I shot. I didn't know anything. I'd never been on a movie set. I never was a production assistant on the movie set. I
Wow.
didn't do anything. But what I would do, I would watch a lot of behind the scenes because remember when the VHS came off and the DVDs came and you can watch the behind the
Mm-hmm.
scenes. I
Mm-hmm.
watched
Yes.
behind the scenes, and so
Wow.
I went on the film set. When you as a director, you have to get coverage. Coverage is you want to get your wide shots, your medium shots, and your close ups, and other angles that you can get.
Mm-hmm.
My first film, I did nothing but wide shots, so I didn't get coverage. And I shot this film in like
Mm-hmm.
5 days, and Martin Jones again, who's a great friend and mentor, he came and he did the post production. And he says at that time we were shooting everything on like the videotape. And he said, "Well, send me
Mm-hmm.
in the tape so we can do so we can start post production on it." So I had like two tapes. I sent him the two tapes. He calls me. He's like, "What's the rest of the footage?" And I was like, "What's the rest of the footage?" He said, "What's the rest?" I was like, "That's all it." So they started to look through the footage. He's like, "Man, you shot everything wide shot." And and that was a great experience. And then after
That was
that,
great. Yes.
yeah, I had connected with this brother named he's from Uruguay, but he lives in America now, Chicago, Ricardo
Mm-hmm.
Eastless, and that's where I got my on the job training. Whereas I directed projects, and he would shoot and he would edit my projects, and then I would produce his projects. And together we made a total of about 10 films, and we made all of these films under
Wow.
$1,000 budget, but they went on
Wow.
to make a lot of money, and we got distribution through Warner Brothers and
Wow.
Dominican Pictures, and so we were very
Whew.
extremely successful. And we had some other stuff that's coming together, and that's as a matter of fact, Ricardo is an actor, and Let Us Make Eve as well. And we actually, I'm producing another film of his next year in 2025, and that was the beginning of my career. It was all on the job.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh,
You did it. So
man.
now, so basically, you telling us that you were self-trained. That's what I read anyway. I read that
Yeah.
you were trained. You really learned everything. And sometimes experience is your best teacher. And I love how you did it. You didn't
Right.
stop, found out things. It's like you got to take a little bit of theirs and put it into you, and take a little bit of you and put it in there and get your masterpiece. Because
Mm-hmm.
all the things that you're doing, your masterpieces, like these stories, I'm getting smidgets of it. It's sad because my BFF is a movie watcher. She loves watching movies.
I do.
I, I'm not. I'm not a movie watcher, and it's like, and I mean, I'm being naked and not ashamed. And now that I've been friends with her, and we've been best friends. She will watch movies, and I start getting into it.
Mhm.
I gotta learn to watch more. But the snippets and stuff that I'm getting and seeing, I'm just gonna say I am privileged to know that you got a great mindset. I can't wait to see what's gonna happen with this new clip that you're getting ready. You're talking these two new movies that um you're going to showcase at the Peachtree Fest. I'm excited
Yes.
about that. That is going to be exciting because we got the lead actress here, and one of that's in one of them, and I'm excited about that too. So we're gonna go ahead on and we're going to do this. We're gonna show a little snippet of your next video. I mean, of your next movie, just a snippet.
Your
Nobody really
upcoming
gonna understand.
project.
Just to
Yes.
get your project, and once we get the project out, I'm excited to see what is going at the film fest. So hopefully I can get in there
Yeah.
and watch and listen to what's going on because I'm really excited about this. But right now, I'm gonna bring this on and let you all watch a little bit of snippet of this masterpiece right here.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
How you feeling?
Strong.
Alhamdulillah. I can't show my face there, right?
I know.
Please give our family my blessings and grab an extra program.
I will.
It's almost over. That's it?
Yeah. You said? Be careful.
Luma's coming with us.
Shirley girl. Good morning, Starlyn.
Good
Good
morning, beautiful. Good
morning.
morning.
Look at her. Oh my God, she has a great person that I love. I already got a chance to get to speak to her, but I'm not gonna do this because I get flustered when I meet new people and I love their spirit and I really love this young lady's spirit. But before we do that, I
had
see
a,
you was drinking already. I didn't hear you.
I said we had a good conversation. Is my service good? Y'all can hear and see me?
Uh-huh,
Yeah,
we
see
can
what
hear you and
happens
see
is
you.
when we talking, it kind of drops you off. So we got to make sure that we're quiet. Look at she tear. What's in that cup, girl? Give me some. What's that cup?
So I made it is bladder walk, marshmallow root, and fenugreek and honey.
I wanna.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I get it though. I spoke too soon. No, ma'am. Mm-mm. Okay. Yes, we had such a great conversation yesterday, girl. I just like having another little sister. I told her, it's just what doing this you get to meet such great people, you are in majority most of the people that come on their spirits be so awesome, like, and
Mm-hmm.
this one was so wonderful. We got to meet. Now we're gonna get to meet at the film fest. I am excited about this. Mark, you did a great job with finding a great lead for one, because I know right now, and I can't wait to watch this. I can't wait to watch it. I can't wait to the premiere. I just can't wait. um, but before we get so Yvonne, I'm gonna let you go ahead on and start it off and start this one off. Okay, go ahead, girl.
Okay, okay.
I
So,
know.
well, I have to start off by giving you, shout out, because you played in a few things. You played in something that I know that a lot of people watch. It was a top show for quite some time, The Shy. So
Yeah.
I give a shout out to that. And how has it been? What has your journey been, getting involved in acting? What prompted you to get involved in acting?
What prompted me? Man, nothing. I don't know. I've been doing it since I was young. I started asking my mom to. I don't know if anybody ever heard of Barbizon. It's like it's a scam. It's a scam. We'll start there. But it is like say that they meet you and they're like, yeah, you're gonna be on Disney Channel. You're gonna do this. You're gonna do that. You don't do none of it.
Mm-hmm.
They take your money and they, do whatever they want to do with it. But I did start. My mom knew a lot of people in like stage plays and stuff in Chicago, so I started doing stage plays, um, shy art, high school for the arts for 3 years. So yeah, I started maybe television.
Wow. Well, I'm
Somebody.
glad you didn't give up when somebody was
Yeah.
scamming and trying to.
Yeah.
Well, let
Oh
me say
Somebody
when they
was.
scammed and got over it, it just made you more determined. So I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm
And
glad
and
because
mom seen
yeah.
it in you, and that's a good thing. That I heard that. Everybody seen it in you. You was ready. You was right at the young age. That's good. Go ahead, Vaughn. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, no! I was just saying that I just think that I just think that it's just a wonderful thing that that you didn't give up and that you continued on, because
Hmm.
a lot of people they throw in the towel and they just whatever, and they don't want to they really don't want to take and do anything else. But I'm glad because I feel that you have a lot to offer. You have a lot to offer. Just from that snippet of Black Cats, I
Thank
told Marvina last night, I said, I have
Yeah.
to see that. I said, I
She
have
did.
to see it. I have to know more, more about
Mm-hmm.
this movie. And it's really about how that person, because I put like this right here. And like she said, I am a huge movie buff. I love movies. And the
Mm-hmm.
first time I see a trail, I could tell you yes or no. I'll be like, no,
Mm-hmm.
that's not going to be it. But this little try, I said, okay, I said, girl, what's happening here? That's okay. I
I
need to know
I
more.
don't know. You gotta tell me.
and then she in there, she put the badge on and everything. I definitely have to. I definitely
We
have
will
to
be
know
talking
more.
about that. Yes, ma'am.
Know
We get
more
ready to talk
about it
about
and
that.
everything. Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes, yes.
She
So,
when
so she
until she
popped
comes,
out.
I mean, yeah, she popped out. So when she come before she come back, my someone asked what's the name of the movie. So we're gonna go ahead on and kind of give you a shout out to the two movies that you're ready to premiere. I know you don't want to talk about everything, but just could you brief them on what type of movies that you about to premiere?
Yes. So the first movie that screens on November the 8th is Black Cats. That's the one that is the lead in,
I know.
and that one is so. Just to give you a little feedback about that movie. It deals with the politics of Chicago, and
Okay.
yeah, and so the second movie that screens November the 9th is a movie called South Haven, which stars Denise Lawton and Karan Riley, Don Halfkenny,
Wow.
and Rodney Perry.
Wow. These are all star tones.
Yeah.
Hello, Starlyn. How you
Sorry,
back,
y'all.
girl?
I don't
You
know
back,
what
girl?
we look.
It's
We
all
have a
right.
great connection.
Yep.
I don't know what's going on.
Yep. Yep. And it really depends on where we at. And sometimes all of us on it, sometimes that's a Wi-Fi issue. So don't worry about it. You
Yeah.
pop in, your beautiful picture comes up, and then we just sit out there and wait for you to come back. It's
We
okay.
just wait for you to come
That's what
back.
yeah, that's what what's in the bag is for. We are
But
live.
we're
So
here.
that's
We're
beautiful.
back.
We good. We don't care. We know you coming
Yeah,
back,
we
baby.
go.
Yeah, I got a question. See, I watch movies, and I think one reason why I get so involved in the character and the things that the character doing. Sometimes even after I get to know them and know that they're not that character, I still see them at that character. So
Yes.
let me ask you one question. How do you feel when you have to do those intimate type? I'm sorry, I didn't have this written down, but I got to ask the question. When you kissing someone, or when you gotta hug them, or all that stuff, what goes through your mind? What makes what are you feeling at that moment when you know you gotta sit there and kiss a man that ain't you know? You better answer my question.
I don't feel. I guess the first question is, man, I hope I hope they brush their teeth. I know I brush mine. I hope
I just thought
that's the
that.
thing. But I like we because you so like the characters, you know that this your person and you play this person, so you thinking about the chemistry part. But you definitely like okay, what you because I will say, Mark, y'all had that little kiss every time after we eating them eggs.
Oh God! So you had an
Oh,
egg kiss.
hmm And here go Mark. All right, y'all. We gonna do it. Yeah,
Ah.
we gonna do it.
We
We there was
do
no brushing of anything. Meantime, between time, and it was nothing but cold eggs, and I'm just like,
Oh
okay.
God! I feel for you, baby. Cause
Yeah.
I know I gotta act. I know I gotta act like a certain thing, but when you messing with my nose and stuff like that, that's. I'm excuse me, just 'cause you lost a little bit, but yeah,
That
I always wondered about the intimacy part,
Part
in
of
these
it.
movies. Like, what do? You make you bring yourself as that character. You take yourself out of knowing. I
yeah.
just, Mark, did you ever ask that question or ever ask any one of your actors about that? How they feel? Do you tell them how to feel? Because to me, I would have an issue with just turning around and kissing somebody, and I don't know them. But that's in your scene.
yeah. So
Yeah.
with actors, when you dealing with like really trained actors, they already know. But again, what you have to do as a director is just block it. And give you an example, we did a movie with Drew
Hmm.
Sidora and Barton Fitzpatrick, who's also the male lead in Black Cats. And
Right.
there was
Hmm.
like it was like a sex scene, but it wasn't really a sex scene. But they had to like,
Hmm.
of course, they knew it wasn't a sex scene. What I mean is that they
Right.
just got creative. So the way we blocked that scene is we went over it. I just said, well, this is what I need you all to get in the bed and just do some wild, crazy stuff. And so, because these are two highly trained actors, they got in, they perform. So, you don't have to,
Right.
like, when the actors like really, really trained, you know,
Right.
um, and they highly, like, I like to work with, one of the things I do, I like to work with highly intelligent actors, because the
Love it.
the projects that I do, it's just not, I just don't want someone that's to say the dialogue. They have to understand and decode
Right.
the messages that's actually in the
Love it.
project. And
Yes.
Love it.
only thing
Yes.
I do is just I block it, because I already know that they're going to give us what we need, and that was it. So even with stars, like,
Right.
and with Star and Von Zell, it's like, okay, you have two trained actors who've been doing this since they were young, and they know, they, just, this is what I need for you all to do, and then let them get in that headspace.
Yes.
Mhm.
And
Love
just
it.
get
Love
out.
it.
You gotta get into what you're doing. It's like
Yeah.
taking your
Yeah.
mind off of. Yeah, I get that. I get that, but I don't know. I like to do little acting pieces and stuff when I'm doing TikTok, but I don't know if I can get in front of somebody and just start kissing them like that. And it looks so real. It just be looking so. It be looking like I don't
But
see it.
but at the end of the day, that's what it's designed to be. It's designed
Yes,
to
that's
look real,
right.
so that you can
Yes,
immerse yourself in the story. So with that
right.
being said, Starlin, what do you do to prepare yourself, for a role? How do you get yourself ready to take on that character?
It depends on what the character is and like you're working with. You kind of mix it around well, I do at least. But I make sure I read the script. Um, and I don't try to too much think about the words. We were actually on set one. Mark said, "Do you ever look at your script?" You remember Mark? Well,
Yeah.
I do, but I try to internalize it too much to that it doesn't come out natural. So I
Okay.
try to take all the training I have to learn my lines. Because once you know your lines, that's the main part. You could just be and just allow yourself to indulge in whatever. So I just work
So
from
more or
Love
less,
it.
y'all ad lib it. Y'all more or less, you more or less ad lib it. You know what the words is, but you just it might come out in the way that you would speak it. Is that what you're saying?
the words. It's the but it's not so much internal character. So I go over it. Me, uh, this character
Mhm.
has to do a little back play. Was this story on how
Mhm. I can't even hear. I can't. Can you
Right.
hear her? What she's
It
saying?
was it was choppy. It was fading out.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it's
Do you
the
have some?
connection.
Who's someone in the? Yeah, someone in the back is talking. Who has just the person in the background? I hear somebody talking.
Yeah.
Did you hear?
So so
Somebody got
so Mark, I'm
something?
I'm going to take that same question and put it to you. When you are preparing for a film, how when you're getting ready to do a film, how do you get yourself together mentally? We already know physically that you stay in the gym, you stay healthy. And because I
Yeah.
know it can, because I think about it, I know that it can be a rigorous schedule when filming. But from a mental aspect of that, how do you prepare yourself for because you're having to deal with a lot of different personalities,
Right.
Oh yes.
being a director.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
deal with you deal with you have, like, not only in front of the camera but behind the camera as well. So you're dealing with different personalities, and
Right.
it takes a lot
Mhm.
of patience, calmness, stillness. But the way I prepare is through my imagination. Is just like I just do my meditations, and like in the morning, and just imagine.
Yeah.
I always imagine that we're going to have a smooth day. It's going to
Mhm.
be a smooth day.
Love it.
I just take
Mhm.
everything from the imagination, and just knowing that this day is going to be smooth. Everything's going to work out the way it's supposed to work out. Even if we
Mhm.
have kinks, those kinks are meant for a reason,
Mhm.
and we, and use those kinks as learning tools for the
Mhm.
next day or the next movie, and so forth and so on.
Yes. So you
I
just
love
get into
that.
that mold. You just like, and that's what I'm hearing from both of you. Y'all get into that mold. Y'all get into that, okay, that space, like, okay, I got something I have to do. I gotta be somebody that act out this person or this character. And y'all
Mhm.
get into those molds to your mindset. And I get it because I gotta go that way even when I'm doing what's in the bag. You got to come out of
Yeah.
the mold. You can be feeling some kind of way at one point, but you got to come. It's a mold. It's a place you got to go and to get everything done. And then I get that. That makes sense. I just got to get to learn how to meditate.
Hmm.
I want to learn. I do meditate, but not my mind get to wandering. I be thinking
That's
about what I
okay.
got to do yesterday.
That's okay. That's okay. If your mind start to wander, let it wander. You know.
Yeah, it
That's
does.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
That's
So
the
yeah,
creative
that's what
side coming in.
Yeah.
yeah.
I
Okay,
really
thank you for that because I needed to hear that because I used to think it was something wrong with me. I used to hear
no.
looking
That's a
like sitting there, I'm thinking, and then when you hear the meditation, they be telling you to relax and don't think about nothing. Look at your nose. I'm like, if my eyes is closed, how can I place look at my
Now
nose?
you start thinking about it too hard.
I do
it's
everything
really
like that,
it's really
baby.
it's really
You
more
say,
so
how
a
do I
thing
relax?
of relaxation. That's it.
Relaxation.
Relax.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just being honest. That's so funny, but that's called professionalism. Okay. All right, we
Yeah.
got some people come.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all. Hello. I love you too. That's my cousin. Hey, Robbie and Cindy, y'all. What's going on? Thanks for coming in. We are so happy. Oh,
Yeah.
who's Leo? Leo, lifestyle porter.
That is my
Yeah,
brother, actually.
that's your brother. Hey, brother.
Uh-huh.
I like butter. Hey,
Yeah.
Ian. Hey, Nooney. Oh my God, thank
Hmm.
y'all for coming on. We are excited. Oh God, I just wanted to give y'all a shout out. We ain't gonna go off without giving y'all a shout out today.
I have to put this up here because I like this right here.
Yes.
What Cindy said. She said,
Okay.
"Creative minds have to wonder to create their masterpieces," and I agree. I agree with that.
Yeah.
I really do. I
Yeah.
really
And
do.
mine do wonder all day. All day. That's why I said it's all day. It's an ongoing thing, and I'm
Yeah.
asked you that too, Marka. Do you really get a chance to rest for me as a creator, I have a hard time resting my mind. A lot of people say that, and I guess your meditation gives you that.
Ooh,
But
it's hard. Yeah.
do you really rest your mind? Does that actually, as a producer, because you, like you said, you got so many people that you're over. You got a whole project. The project then sometimes seems to be greater than you. But God gave it to you because He don't give you nothing that you can just deal with. It's always greater.
Hmm.
But do you literally rest your mind? Do you know how?
Oh, absolutely. So during COVID, I had purchased a farm in Michigan, and
Okay.
so there's like it's in a small Amish community. There's like basically nobody around, and so in the last, like before then, my mother would say to me, my mother used to say to me, I would go and visit her, and she would say, "You need to sit down," because I was always doing something, whether it was traveling, and I would go and visit her. I would stay 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and she'd be like, "You need to sit down. You need." She would always tell me this. And about a couple of years ago, I was sat down, and then after COVID hit, everybody was going through something. And then,
Right.
Right.
so right now, what I do is I take time to just spend time alone and just be at peace and rest my mind. And if I don't feel like writing it, I don't like, say, for instance, there was a time whereas I had to feel like I always needed to do something or have something going on.
Mhm.
Now it's different. Like,
Mhm.
like I'd sit and I relax and I could sit for days and days and days, don't do anything. And I'm okay with that. And this has been the most peaceful time of my life in the last couple of years.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
wow.
That's what I
Oh,
want.
yeah.
I like
I
that.
want that peace. I like that type of peace. I ain't never had it, but I know I would. I'm going for it. I want that
So,
peace. I want to sit back and go days and days and don't have to worry about if I gotta go to work or the peace of just, oh, that sounds so good. I'm coming into your life. I promise you soon and very soon. What you say, cuz?
exactly.
What my cousin say? Let me see what she said. She said what? Hit it,
She said,
Vaughn, because
stay
I can't.
grounded in yourself. Things like sitting in nature and allow yourself to be still and breathe life. And she is so she is so right about
She's
that.
so right. Yeah, she's
Um,
right about it. Yeah,
yeah, because
yeah.
I had to learn that. And Marvina will tell anybody, I am such a workaholic. And you it's nothing for me at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm working. I have notepads. As soon as an idea pops into my mind, I'm jotting it down.
Yeah.
Marvin and I are constantly going back and forth, discussing different topics, ways to move our show forward and just do different things. And it seems like it never turns off. And one day, and I'll go and go and go until like, bam, I'm just out for like three or 4 days where I just can't really do anything. Like, you know how you go and you hit that brick, you hit that wall. So now you're forced to stop and get that rest. And I know that
Absolutely.
that's not healthy. So I'm trying to go a different way with it. So in the mornings when I get up now, I take time before I start my day, and it's me and God, and then I'll think about what I want to accomplish throughout the day, and then at night I reflect on my day and I prepare myself for tomorrow, and I stop trying to put tomorrow, the next week, the next month, the next year all into one bowl, and just start taking it a step at a time. And it has brought me more peace. Do you find yourself in places like that? And Starlyn, I'm gonna throw this over to you. Do you find yourself in that place with so many, because I'm pretty sure that you've got different roles and things coming to you. So
Hmm.
do you find yourself trying to take on all of those, or do you find yourself taking out the time to rest in between and find the perfect role for yourself?
It's a little bit of both. Because when you do procrastinate, things do build up. So it's like, oh, I have to get it done. So if I got 3 auditions that's due Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I'm like, maybe I just wait to do it all at once. But then that's when you start to overwhelm yourself. So it just come with time management and just
Right.
being able to sit in doing whatever you have to do in that moment. Um,
Mhm.
but then I mean with acting as well, you do have a time where it's just like nothing coming in. No auditions, no, you're not on set, you're not doing anything. So it's kind of at that point where you hit that block because it's like, okay, so what am I doing right now? You kind
Right.
of
Okay.
feel unproductive in the sense. Um, because like I'm not doing anything, I'm not auditioning, I'm not filming,
Mm.
and now my time is just like, what do I do? I just feel like that creative space is like stop for a moment.
Being
But then
wasted.
you
Hmm.
just got to think
But it's not.
that's the game.
It's not. I
Yeah.
got a
So
question for
Yeah.
both of you. How does it feel
Yeah.
working with each other? What did y'all
Yes.
have to gain a trust relationship? Because I think that's my issues with it. How did y'all get along during your filming process? Was it good? Did you get along with everybody, Mark, or just some each? Tell the truth and
we
shame the
got
devil.
along. What you say? You can go, Mark.
It's some of the, um,
Hello.
yeah, I don't know where that's coming from.
Yeah.
So the first time I had a chance to work with Star was on Let Us Make Eve, and
Hmm.
so she came. She, did you audition for that role?
Yes. Do you want to know how I auditioned?
Yeah.
Mark gave me one role. He said, "I want you to read for this." Mark texts me while I'm in the middle of the audition and says, "Hey, I want you to read for this new character." I said, "Okay," and then he said, I want you to get this, but that's the game. And also, me and Mark had already established like a rapport together anyway. So him texting me and
Love
being
it.
like, "Hey, I also want you to read for this," it was no problem. But yeah, it
Yeah.
was. We
Yeah.
already
Okay.
built a rapport. I did audition. Yeah,
Yeah,
That's that mind going. He might think he be resting, but his mind be going. You gotta get this done, did that, and the other, because I got this to be
that's
done, this,
how
that,
it
and
goes
the other.
though. Like
I know.
even you have to be flexible in this career because even
Hmm.
on set, something might look great on paper, and they see you in person, and you actually in the scene, and they like, you know what?
Hmm.
Scratch all that. We finna do this, and you like,
Hmm.
all right, bet.
Hmm.
Scratch all that. We finna do this.
Oh
Like,
wow.
and that usually that's how things work, and it's okay. Like we get that, and that's why you have writers on set. You have directors that know how to work with talented actors that know how to get the job done. So
I love it.
yeah, that's
So you
that's
got
how
a
Mark
team
worked.
up
Not
in there.
yeah. Hmm.
You gotta, yeah, you
We
gotta
get
have
it
a
done well
team. Even
together.
psychologists, y'all got psych on there too. Y'all got psychs up there and people, because sometimes you probably go into these characters and just start
We
acting
have
like
some
it's exactly who
therapists on
you are.
set.
And there's sometimes you gotta gain that. that character attitude, and how much
That's a
that
good one.
character has that attitude reflects back on you, and you need somebody to talk to. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest because you really come out of yourself. Psychologists need psychologists. They need, because you hearing on and taking on other people's issues and stuff. Same thing as actors and actresses. They got to take
Mm.
on the other people's attitudes and stuff, whether it's good, bad, and different. So, sometimes you have to talk to somebody because letting all of this stuff come out of you. And even as a director, you have all these
Yeah.
people, you have to be all these different things. And I can't wait because I really want to get you back on because I have some serious questions to ask you that I really think that once you do this premiere with at the Peachtree Festival, yeah, it's time for you to come on again because I have some questions for you, and I can't really talk to you because I don't want to give away what's going on at the festival. But look forward to another invite for us from you, Mark. And
Yeah.
I'm just excited. Thank you so much, y'all both, for y'all
Can I
being
tell
a
you
part
real
of
quick?
what's in it. Go ahead, say something.
Yes,
Go ahead.
I
ma'am.
do want to say when it does come to the whole talking to people, especially being on set with Mark, and I've done 3 films with you already, right?
Yes.
3. All of our cast, like not even just the actors, but like when it come down to even makeup and the directors, the PAs, we're all such like a close knit cast that even if you are feeling some type of way, if anything is you able to talk to each other.
Good.
You breaking down a script together. You are all like, so you're not just taking on this load as
Love
your
it.
one person. It's been
Yes.
times when Mark he be we already rap, but he checking in with the actors and saying, how are you feeling? How are you doing? Like literally really checking in. So you're not
Love
really
it.
just taking that on and just embodying it and keeping it. So yeah.
I know y'all got each other back. Y'all become family. That's normally how it goes.
That's
When
Yeah.
right.
you go through this. I love that. That's
And
You
really
working on
cool.
Angela
set with
from
people.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Angela has a question for you, for the both of you. She said, "How do you come out of character, especially after being in character for so long?"
Good question.
Yeah, that's a really good
Who's
one.
gonna answer
I
it?
would
I
say,
really think that's for you, Starlyn.
Mm-hmm.
um, what I always learned was, and this was starting off in like theater school, you give your all in that moment and you just leave it. So once it's wrapped,
Mm,
it's kind of just like, that is what it is. It's yeah, I don't know. That's
Right.
that's that's just how I
love it.
do it at least.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love that.
Okay.
Take.
That's,
It's a time and a place for everything. It's a time to be this person, and it's time to be
Business is
myself.
business. That's
Yep, I'm
yeah.
taking my
Hmm.
mask
that's
off
Got
on this, and it's like wearing masks, different masks for different life situations. Okay,
yeah.
this is the mask
Emotionally
that
strong.
has. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
emotionally strong actors are able to do that,
you.
whereas they could take on a character, and then once that character is done, it's like you have to detox, because we got to keep in
Mm,
mind that creativity comes from the subconscious mind, and those characters are already, even before you even got the screenplay, you already created that character within your subconscious mind, so you're already familiar with, you already know because it already is playing out. So
wow.
when you're emotionally strong, then you're able to, because the characters are always going to be with us, always.
Mm, okay.
But when you're emotionally strong, you're able to come into your real self and out of these characters. And but not
Love
all
it.
actors are able to do that. Some actors, that's why you see a lot. That's why you see a lot of actors who sometimes freak out or lose it mentally and spiritually,
Mm-hmm.
because they're not able to come
Mm-hmm.
out of different characters. Because and then there are certain people, like like a star, like a who's like emotionally strong, whereas they take it like even the character of Eve and Let Us Make Eve, and
Mm-hmm.
that movie within itself was a very spiritual. I don't want to. I don't want to use dark in a negative sense, because I don't think the term dark is a negative, but it was a very spiritually dark movie. Whereas if you don't come out of those characters, then you can
Yes.
That
lose your.
character
Yeah.
becomes.
It
You
become the
Yeah,
become
actor.
that person.
exactly.
You know, you become that person. I watch, I be wondering some of these people who be wearing all of the guys or when they cross dress and stuff like that, they become these characters. They gotta literally
Absolutely.
they gotta learn to be a certain person. Now, how do you take that off? Because sometimes I see those same people and it seems like I see that fin in them and he'd be like, how do you never really turned that off? You still got that in you. So I mean, I'm just
Yeah,
being honest. It's just a thing with learning how to turn something off, and do we really know how? Do we got in our minds understanding that this is just a character and not who I
exactly.
am?
Because
That's crazy.
the mind doesn't know. The mind doesn't know that this is just the character. If the mind is not properly
Right.
trained,
Mm.
if it's
Right.
not,
Mm-hmm.
if you don't have any like mastery over it, then like that's why I use the term emotionally power or strong, because if you don't have control over it, you can. A lot of them, even as film directors, right? Even as film directors, because
Mm-hmm.
we create these different characters, and if we don't know how to turn it on, not even I'm not going to use the term turn it on and off, but if we don't have
Right.
control over our mind, we go crazy.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah,
Right. Right.
That's right.
And I
Even
was going
look,
to,
even
that
in
was a
everyday
question I was
life.
going.
yeah.
I'm sorry, I was going to ask you that question earlier because it was in me. Where do you base most of your characters from? Do you get it from everyday living, or you
Yeah.
just somebody that it just been made up in your life? It's a story you see on TV, and this because like I've heard one director said that the person that they mimicking was an auntie that they knew that act like this certain person. So that's why they were able to dress in and do that. So, and I know you have a lot of different characters that you are actually putting a verbiage behind for your movies. So, I was going to ask that earlier, where do you get like a lot of your material from?
Inspiration. Mm-hmm.
Well,
Inspiration. There you go.
that's a great question. I want to say this too: is as actors and directors, when we don't come at it, when we don't have mastery over our mind, what happens is we use things to escape, like drugs, sex, and so forth and so on.
Mm. Wow. Okay.
And so that's why we see that what's going on is going on, right? And but to answer your
Mm-hmm.
question is that different like give you an example with the character Star plays in Black Cats. It's just someone that I've never seen really a Muslim woman play a police officer on
Mm-hmm.
television. So that was a character that I always wanted to write about,
Love it.
right? And so that's what came out. And then
Right.
so the character that Bart played, he played the character named Loon. Loon was a when growing up, there was a guy in the neighborhood, an older guy in the neighborhood, like who's a street guy, and we would call him Loon. And so a lot of characters, even in Black Cats, are named after people who like
Yes.
from who I remember as growing up in the Inglewood community. They have
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm
I think it's
excited to
so.
see this one.
I'm excited to see this one. I may never been so
Yeah.
excited to see a movie. I just am excited because now that I've met the lead actress and who the
Yeah.
director is, I can sit there and watch it and be like, yeah, I know these people.
And
Not
and and
just
now that
watch.
you and now that you said that, Mark, I can pick it because I was trying to hold it in and not really give it. But when I saw Starlin in the bathroom and get and she,
Beautiful.
and I said, okay, she's Muslim. And I said, and she's police. I said, oh, this is going to be good.
This is gonna be it.
So,
I can't wait.
because you got
Yes.
the political side with the faith-based side, so
Mhm.
coming together. So I said, okay, and like you said, I have not seen that type of a character portrayed before. So
right,
it's
yeah,
it's going to be quite it's going to be quite interesting, and I'm excited, and I'm excited to see that.
Me too. I knew we was
Yeah,
gonna do
yeah,
over an hour because I had so much I wanted to talk about. But like I said,
Oh,
I
mom, I'm in here,
appreciate
y'all. Hey,
y'all.
mom.
Hey, mommy.
hey
Hey,
mom.
Mom, I'm in
Jessica.
here,
Mommy was there. Hey, mom. Thank you for joining. Yes, ma'am. We gonna. Oh
Yes.
my God, we gonna have y'all back. Think about next because this is not gonna
Yeah.
be the last. I just
No.
can't wait to next time. I definitely want to get you back on after the premiere. Both of you, if I can.
Yes.
But I
Yeah.
definitely want to get y'all back on, and we're gonna talk about that. I want to talk about the movies in itself. So, and I ain't want to do that
Yeah.
today. Couldn't do that today because then I'll be giving out the information. But I can't wait to talk about it. So we're gonna be quick, but hey, love y'all
And
so
and
much.
I
Oh,
know we're getting ready to go, but I have to say this real quick.
mhm.
How excited are you guys to be to be featured here at the East Point Peachtree Village Film
Yeah,
Festival
yeah,
next week? How exciting is that for you guys?
yeah. It should
So
be
I'm
real
excited.
exciting.
But
It's my first
I was
one.
just trying to
Let's
make sure
go.
wasn't nobody else trying to speak. But I'm excited. This is my first um film fest here.
Yes,
So to have
yes,
Okay.
like it's it's a lot going on in the best way
yes,
that I'm just like
Yes.
I'm ready for it to all, come out. I'm ready for everybody
yes,
to talk about it, and this is the perfect time for this movie to come out. So
yes,
yeah,
yes,
Yes.
yes.
I'm
Perfect.
excited.
Hmm.
Me
it's,
too.
it's
That's what
Yes.
coming
I
out
told
Yes.
3
Starlyn. I
days
was like,
after
this
the
my
election.
yeah, right, right.
Love
Yeah,
that.
sure is. That's right. It
It's three
sure
days
Yes.
is.
after the election, so it's the perfect
Right
time.
after the election. It sure is. So
Ooh.
hopefully we can
All right
celebrate
then.
even more than just this. I love y'all. I
Yeah.
appreciate y'all. We are going to get off of here. And
Yeah.
if y'all want, we will talk afterwards. I know y'all have a big day, but I still want to say my goodbye. So just stay in for a few seconds after this, okay? Just stay in. I want to say goodbye to
Mhm.
you, okay? All
Thank you.
right. All right, y'all. We get ready to go. Thank y'all so much for
Yeah.
being a
Yeah.
part of What's in the Bag this morning. Y'all have made our day. All that came up in a part. Having a wonderful, wonderful segment. Girl, before we go, of course, we asking everybody to join our Facebook group. Our Facebook group is the What's in the Bag. It's without the question mark. You can come in and just be part of our set our everyday going on. We have the motivational Monday, thankful. I'm sorry. Let me let you say
Talk
it.
about it Tuesday,
There you
Wisdom
go.
Wednesday,
There you
Thankful
go.
Thursday, and
There
Friday,
you go.
Friday.
Yes. And let me tell you something. She making a she. Oh my God, what is it? A journal? You making a journal? What do
It's
you?
a.
How you oh,
I'm in the process of writing a journal, and we will have it. We'll actually be printing. We'll be going to print next week, and it is called "What's in the Bag: 365 Days of Positivity." So
yes,
I can't
y'all
wait.
watch out for it, baby. Yeah, I'm so excited. Yes, ma'am. And also we got the What's in the Bag directory. All y'all who just want to just come in and look at the look at our segments. This right here is a great place. You don't even have to scroll through and look for it. It'll be right there. You can see all our stuff
Hmm.
on there. We go live on this channel. We go live on our group, but it's shared. So, but they won't let us let y'all speak. So y'all come on that channel. You get to see all of our segments. Just going in there
Yeah.
so much. And
Calendar
also
of
we
events.
asking, yes, on all the current events. Also, we
Yeah.
asking, come on now, we got the YouTube. We're trying to grow YouTube. I think that's something to YouTube. We got to find out what YouTube. Why nobody on we. Yeah, we're gonna find out what's going on with YouTube. But we're asking all that is not on YouTube, just on Facebook, who doesn't who do go on YouTube, go on there and subscribe with us, and and put and hit that button to when we get
Mhm.
notifications because we go live every Saturday there too. We go live and you can see
That's right.
all of our segments. We have so many great segments. Just go in there and look at them and watch some of them, and y'all gonna be like, "Wow, the topics has been
Hmm.
awesome and out of sight." I mean, we've been having some wonderful topics. And also on Twitch, we got Twitch. That's all you gamers who knows gets on Twitch. Where actually goes live there also. And I believe that is it, Yvonne. You got something you need to tell us? And oh yeah, we're inviting y'all to the film
Yeah.
fest. I'm sorry,
That's
I
right.
didn't say that. I'm sorry.
No, no,
We're
no.
inviting you to the film fest. If you want to be come in and come to the table and see what's going on over there, come on and
Come
see
and
what
say
we're doing.
hello to us.
Come and say hello. Come and say
Yeah.
hello. Come and just look it up. We'll have the information posted on our group page, and we're gonna put it on our
Hmm.
profile pages. All the information you need, so we can go ahead on and y'all can come and have fun with us. because I'm gonna have fun.
Yes.
You know, I
I'm
always
ready to
have
meet some
fun.
of you
Don't
guys in
you?
person. Come on out.
Exactly. Come on out. Go ahead, Audie Vaughn. What you got to say?
Hey guys, today is such a beautiful day. It is such a beautiful, wonderful day. I don't care what the weather is doing in your neck of the woods. Anytime that God allows us to wake up and He gives us breath in our body, it is a fresh start.
Yes,
So,
it
as
is.
always, get out there and live your best life and stay blessed, be a blessing. And I say that, be a blessing to someone and have a blessed day. Love you guys.
I
Thank you
like
guys
her
so
little
much for
saying.
tuning
That's
in
so
with
cute.
us.
Y'all have a wonderful day. We love you. God bless. And thanks for coming in. We'll see y'all soon, all y'all, next Saturday. Bye.
Love